Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are with Ham's Corner of America, and I've got a special guest today. My son, Richie Hampton, better known as Rich Tycoon, a writer and rapper, a producer, and a little bit of everything. So we're going to go over a few things, and if we don't cover everything on this particular interview, we'll do others. So, but bottom line is I want to introduce you to Rich Tycoon, my son, who I'm very proud of, who's out there doing his thing, as he says.
Tycoon. Hey, how everybody doing?
Oh, all right, Rich. How's it going out there?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just trying to get through all of the crisis and everything we're going through. But other than that, life is beautiful.
Oh, well, good, 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 good. I wanted to ask you. I mean, obviously, you're a person who tours a lot, and so you haven't been touring lately, as other people haven't been because of the lockdown situation. So, what are you doing to amuse yourself, so to speak?
Well, fortunately with me, I have a home studio. And
Ah,
so for me, it's back to the studio and back to what I love. I love the stage too, but more importantly, I kind of like the creative process. So whether I'm even going to drop a record from what I create in the studio, it doesn't matter as long as I got something to do. So
oh,
that's a big part of what I've been fortunate enough to have at the house or going through. I've been fortunate enough to have a studio at the house, so that's been taking up a lot of time, and it's always something to do in the ways of behind the scenes, and whether it's music business or trying to get content out there. And so,
mm,
yeah, and I got the equipment to kind of do it, whether it's my laptop, recording equipment, like I was just saying, and Photoshop, you know what I mean?
right,
So it's always something to create. And I'm
right.
fortunate to have the tools to do that. So I ain't been bored, but I'm
Uh,
ready to get out the house like everybody else. So.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So once you record new material or actually tweak old material or reissue older material, how do you go about getting it out there nowadays?
Well, it depends on kind of what it is. If it's more or less what I'm doing right now is kind of what you're saying, doing a lot of retweaking things,
Hmm.
maybe even going back to some of the videos and blurring out certain things so that maybe they're able to reach a wider audience. So stuff like that is going right back to, maybe like a YouTube so they can kind of distribute it, or I can distribute it from YouTube and those and that terms. But as far as records, yeah, just going to the regular distributor. I got a couple of distributors I work with, one being CD Baby and the other being Empire Records. Empire Records is a little bit more prominent in hip hop. So I try to use those for records that I'm really going to try to push and kind of current records. And so I might go to CD Baby to release a remix or something like that. So yeah, I use CD Baby and Empire for my distributions, and that's kind of the before it hits retail. That's the last thing you got to do. Send it to the distributors, and they'll send it to everybody else.
Yeah, I know an author, so I always think, even though there was a drop in readership, so to speak, before this pandemic hit, now with people having to stay inside and so to speak, it seems like they'd be interested in things like music and books and stuff like that because they've got more time on your hand. You can only watch so many movies. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Even because we get reports from the distributors and stuff in a sense of streams. And yeah, I'm not doing like platinum numbers,
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
numbers, the
yeah,
numbers are it's more activity, more people searching the website, more people
right,
streaming the music, and
right.
it comes across when you're looking at your reports and your analytics and stuff for your videos and stuff like that. So, and I attribute it to, yeah, people got time right
Hmm.
now. And kind of what's scary about that though is I wonder when everything is over with if people gonna go back to not having no time,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
just get
right,
bored.
right.
So that's the flip side of that right there. So it might be a little it's a beneficial right now while everybody is indoors, but I'm trying to prepare too for when everybody get ready to go back outside. You know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, in your preparations, are you planning another tour or drafting a draft tour, so to speak, or what are you doing in that respect?
Well, me and my man Twistello, MC from Buffalo, New York, that I did last year's tour with, Hoodie and the Mic tour #1. We actually had planned Hoodie and the Mic tour #2, and we were supposed to start, I think, about 4 or 5 days ago, but we ended up pushing that back
Hmm.
until pretty much the end of June because of everything that's going on. So it's going to spill over into July. And most of the dates are falling into place, but it's a few we got to do a little bit more work on because in reality, venues are closing down. Different cities and different counties and different states got different regulations. So it's
Hmm.
an adjustment there. But, I just talked to Twistello last night. And, like I said, besides from a couple things we kind of got to piece together if to maybe find a different venue, but the city, the promoter is still there. And so it's still stuff to be done. And that's what we're about to attempt to do, starting at the beginning of or the end of June.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're gonna do some touring. It's messed up that I actually had a few shows canceled in April, but
Hmm.
yeah, it is what it is. I'm not the only person going through this, so I don't feel alone.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but to know that we all going through it together, it helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, it certainly gives you more time to tap into your creative juices, so to speak. So that
Right.
allows you to write a little bit more, huh?
Right, that and even educate yourself a little bit more,
Hmm.
um like things like, even I've been messing around with a couple of keyboard tutorials and things like that because I don't naturally play the keyboard, but I
Hmm.
do produce music. So for me, it's more like, okay, what can I do to sharpen my sword, so to speak. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
regardless of how far you came, we all got our specialties, and some of us got to go back and get the basics. And but once we
Right.
get the basics, it's on. But yeah, I needed a few of the basics, so that's what I'm working on. You know, yeah, taking a few keyboard lessons or brushing up on Photoshop because I do, graphic work and stuff like that. So it's always something to learn, and it ain't
Yeah.
enough time in the day. Even sitting at home is still not enough time, to get
Exactly.
it all in. Yeah.
Exactly. Time got go by so fast because I noticed here I am supposed to be semi-retired, although I'm doing writing books and doing other things like the interviews and still running Hamp's uh, Corner of America Hour and all that stuff. It looks like every time you look up, it's Friday, and you go, "Where'd the week go?" You know?
Right, right, exactly. I can't believe the year is pretty much halfway over with. We at the halfway point. It's summertime, and it just
Yeah,
is what it is. That time, it don't move fast. It be running. That's what it
that's
be.
right. Ain't
Yeah,
that strange? And so you gotta use your time where you can.
that's right.
Yeah. So what do you what do you attribute to the popularity of hip hop these days? What do you think hip hop is doing in in sort of a what is a hibernation period for this time?
Well, traditionally, hip hop has kind of been the in your face type of music. And I think that's what people appreciate the most out of hip hop is no
Uh-huh.
matter who you are on them, some days you're going to feel like the most gangster rapper or you're going
Yeah.
to feel like the most political rapper. And in that sense, we speak the true word. Sometimes it may offend people, but we speak it from the heart most of the times, and we don't necessarily sugarcoat it. So that's what I think. I saw a comedian, I forgot her name, one time speaking. That's what she said. She worked 40 hours a week, but soon as Friday comes, she at the club talking about, I'm a boss, just like Rick Ross, And I just felt that so much because that's kind of what we do it for the people that's ready to scream. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And
Uh-huh.
sometimes act crazy or act like they're gonna act crazy. But yeah, it's a little, I think that's why it's really popular is because when people need to scream and let loose, it's there for them. You know, and it's
Yeah.
not punk rock, so you ain't got to bump into nobody. Or, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a little smoother, I guess.
Yeah. 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 What amuses me sometimes is I looked up and was looking at a commercial and there was Snoop Dogg doing a commercial for General Tires. And I'm going, whoa,
Yeah,
oh, Snoop,
yeah.
what's going
Yeah,
on?
yeah. Yeah, Snoop everywhere. And
Yeah.
that's one dude that I definitely look up to in the sense of just coming from, you know, the street life and going through all of that he's been through and then being able to change it all for the better and be in
Right.
places where people wouldn't even expect him to be, like on the side of
Exactly.
Martha Stewart in the kitchen and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
right. And Martha
Yeah.
Stewart is a big surprise. You know, with him collaborating with her, you go,
Yeah.
whoa, Snoop in the kitchen.
Yeah, and it speaks to his character too, because I trust that Martha Stewart ain't just gonna have any old body around her. So you know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So, how do we get in touch with you? Because I wanted to ask about the AO brand, and I assume you still selling those in T-shirts. So you want to talk about that a minute?
Yeah. AO, that stands for All Original. Started the brand back in 2014, and it's been a real learning experience, kind of a learning curve because I came into it really just trying to have something to represent the music. And I found that it kind of spread further than the music. And so that kind of exercised my creativity in other ways of, man, people like this, they're gravitating towards it. So how do I do it right? Not just put it on a shirt or even a hat or just a sweatshirt. And so
Mm-hmm.
kind of where I'm at with it right now is I'm still pressing up or printing up the or manufacturing the hats, the t-shirts and the sweatshirts. Got a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of little inventory with that right now, but
Uh-huh.
moving forward, what I'm really thinking about is how to diversify the brand. And we started with just all original being the statement, but I also want to venture into just maybe having all original be on the tag and a different type of shirt or something like that. That sends a different message, but obviously representative of all original brand. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
so that's what I'm doing right now. Again, going back to fine tuning and sharpening the sword is just trying to figure out bigger and better ways to do the things that I'm already doing. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because a lot of people are a lot of people are doing everything, even in
Right.
stuff, including everything that I'm doing, somebody else is doing. And
Right.
so it's not necessarily, like these groundbreaking things that I'm trying to do, but I think where the groundbreaking and the real savvy comes in is how you do it. And so that's what I'm focused on right now is how I'm gonna do it and doing it effectively. So yeah, we got the all original brand and people are feeling it. So yeah, it's out there.
Oh, okay. All right. So, how do they get in touch with you? You got a website that they actually go to?
Yeah, people can hit up alloriginal.media. That's where the clothing is at. It's not just clothing either. Or not just clothing. We also have artists on the website that we highlight and showcase because that's what we're about to. It's all original media and promotions as well as all original clothing. So we do the clothing, but we also plan and produce events. We
Mm-hmm.
also put together digital content and as from small as maybe even just a still image that might go out as an advertisement all the way to full-fledged 30-second 60-second commercials. So that's the media portion of it. So check out alloriginal.media. You're going to see
Mm-hmm.
some of the work there. And yeah, that's all original right there. We're going to
All
keep pushing
right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do the Saturday musical shows, and I still advertise AO brand on my show, and
Nice. Thank
still
you very
run
much.
Hard Hitters, little old rap about our all original.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The
So
theme song.
yeah, yeah. So oh, that's all good. That's all good.
Right on.
So
Thank you very much.
and, I don't know if you want people to get in touch with you by phone or just go to the alloriginal.media website and ask questions or whatever that way. Which is your preference?
Well, we got the site, and we also have we're on Instagram, on Facebook. So if
Mhm.
you search All Original, uh like I say, first of all, if you go to the website, you will find our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook pages. So that's an easy way to get to everything. Just go to alloriginal.media and go to where you feel more comfortable communicating with us. And if you find a number somewhere and you just so hold to or just so happen to get a hold of me, I'm gonna pick up. You know, you might have to send a text, but we could talk that way too. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
usually just go to the website. I also have stuff. I do shows as an artist, Rich Tycoon, and I bring the all original gear with me. So if you ever see me doing a live show or advertising a show on my personal website, which is richtycoon.biz, or some of my other social media, then just know where I'm at, All Original is going to be there and be represented too. So yeah, if you get a chance, come check out a show and you'll be able to see some of the All Original clothing there, as
Uh,
well as, some of the, like I say, some of the media, even on the table, whether it's a flyer we designed, whether it's a poster we have in the building, or something like that, or it might be an event we actually put together and planned and produced. So if that's
mhm.
the case, then even as you step into the building, you're stepping into an all original production,
Well,
so
I
check
guess
me
we
out.
can I guess we can say that even though as you said about a quarter of the year is over, the whole year is not over. So we
Yeah,
look for something different or at least getting out of the house around uh, close to the fall. And
yeah,
so we still got some year left in 2020. So we're
definitely.
looking forward to seeing some of the things that you are releasing. And again, if people want to access that information and other information that you just described, then they go to alloriginal.media, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
all right, all right. I
And
always say my son Rich Tycoon is out there doing his thing.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Well, I'm gonna let it go. We'll talk again, and I'm glad to see that you're doing all right and you're amusing yourself, so to speak, in your own creation. How's that?
Hey, hey, that's what it's about, and thanking all of the people that when I do throw on somebody else's record and I'm just chilling, thankful that they took the time to create that. You
I
know what
hear
I
you.
mean?
That's
Because
right.
I need
That's right.
that too. I need some
That's right.
entertainment
That's right.
outside of me.
That's right. That's right. So, is there anything else you want to say to people that you might have that I might not have asked you a question about, or anything that you want to put out there?
I just want everybody to stay safe, wishing everybody well, and do what you can to, like I say, stay safe and keep us all safe. I'm not going to run up on you and tell you to, and punch you and make you put on the mask. If you so choose, then that's cool, But yeah, everybody try to stay safe as possible because we need everybody right now. Except for the hard heads.
I hear you. I hear you. All right then. All right. Well, that's
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having
no problem. Proud to have you. You guys have been listening to my son Rich Tycoon Hampton. We have to
me.
put that Hampton in there and let people know who we are.
Yeah,
And he's doing his thing. And as he say, if you're doing your thing and you want to get in touch with him, he just told you how to do that. But we'll
oh,
be back and do it again. So
definitely.
so what do you say, Rich? We're gonna sign off now.
Yep, yep. It's been a good one.
All
Appreciate you.
right. Love you, son. Talk to you
Love you
later.
too. All right.
All right. Bye. Hold on.